Episode number 10. You've pulled back, given her space, perhaps gone totally quiet, yet where it counts you have this feeling she hasn't genuinely continued on. Ladies don't generally communicate their feelings out and out, yet their activities they express stronger than words at any point could. Assuming she's missing you, hankering your presence, it will fall through in manners she have zero control over. Today we're separating 10 certain signs that she can't stop, quit pondering you, and to hold things under control. We're adding an unemotional wind on the grounds that a high-worth man never pursues, he notices, he chooses, and he acts with design. We should make a plunge. Number 1. She continues to track down reasons to reach you. At first it appears to be easygoing, an arbitrary inquiry concerning something unimportant, or even a basic hello, how have you been, yet don't be tricked, she's connecting in light of the fact that she needs a reaction. A lady who's genuinely over you wouldn't require a reason to talk. This isn't just about words, it's about aim. When she misses you, she will not necessarily in every case say it out and out, rather she'll track down ways of pulling you back into her reality. Perhaps she raises an inside joke from months prior, something you both snickered about. Perhaps she nonchalantly gets some information about a film you once intended to observe together. These aren't occurrences, they're breadcrumbs, little ways she's attempting to check whether you're still there. Yet here's where most men commit an error. They see these messages and respond sincerely, thinking she needs me back. That is a perilous mentality. A man grounded in emotionlessness doesn't allow outside occasions to direct his tranquility. As Seneca put it, we experience more in creative mind than in all actuality. A straightforward message can set off a surge of feelings, yet truly, it's just pretty much as critical as you make it. Your psyche begins turning, making situations, restoring old sentiments, yet all of that exists just in your mind. The truth, it's a message, essentially nothing more, nothing less. What has any meaning is the way you decide to answer. Quiet, created, and in control. You control the edge, you choose when and if to draw in on the off chance that you answer. Do as such from a position of certainty, not franticness. A straightforward created answer is enough. No over a making sense of, no close to home flood. Assuming that you pick quietness, let it be a quietness of solidarity, not of sharpness one way or the other. Your energy stays in one piece. The second a lady really feels your non-appearance, she begins to mirror the chuckling, the solace, the conviction that all is good she once had with you. Everything comes hurrying back, and over the long haul that non-appearance becomes heavier. This is where quietness turns into your most prominent device, not as a game, but rather as a proclamation. You are not handily gotten to. When a lady frantically misses you, she won't connect once. On the off chance that she really laments losing you, she will show constancy. It might begin little, yet once again time you'll see she waits in places you used to be. She watches your accounts, she responds to your posts. These are not irregular activities, they are signals. The key is to remain focused, to stay in charge of your feelings. As Seneca said, he who is bold is free, liberated from pursuing, liberated from approval, free from being influenced by transitory feelings. Assuming she misses you, let her come to you. Assuming that she esteems you, let her demonstrate it. And meanwhile you continue residing, continue developing, and continue to be the one who doesn't respond. He picks. Number 2. She follows your virtual entertainment at any point. Notice she's watching your accounts, enjoying old photographs, or unexpectedly remarking on something irregular. Ladies are normally unobtrusive, yet their interest will continuously deceive them regardless of whether she cooperates. She's watching, since where it counts she actually minds. This isn't just about web-based entertainment. On the off chance that she out of nowhere begins inquiring as to yourself or raising inside jokes from an earlier time, that is her approach to clutching an association she would rather not concede, is slipping. When a lady misses you, she will not necessarily say it out and out, rather she'll track down ways of reminding you, unpretentious circuitous motions that uncover more than she understands. Perhaps she posts something nostalgic, trusting you'll see. Perhaps she pays attention to a tune you both cherished and nonchalantly specifies it. These are signals, breadcrumbs driving back to an inclination she can't shake. In some cases she could actually attempt to make you envious. She'll post pictures putting her best self forward, giggling, encompassed by others, going about as though she's continued on easily. Yet here's reality: in the event that she was really over you, she would have no need to demonstrate it. A lady who's content with her choice doesn't think back. The way that she's making herself noticeable in your reality, even in straightforwardly, says a lot. She's looking for your consideration without saying it out and out. Yet here's the key: you don't respond, you don't pursue the genuine apathetic moves with reason, not urgency. You post, you live, you become, not so much for her, but rather for yourself. A man grounded in his own way doesn't have to look for approval. He grasps that assuming somebody genuinely esteems him, they will spread The word about their presence in time by remaining on your motivation by keeping up with your discipline and self-esteem you let her non-appearance accomplish the work for you. There's an explanation. She's checking in from the shadows. She sees you flourishing unbothered, untethered to the past. That contrast her personal unrest against your consistent level-headedness makes her miss you considerably more. Quietness for this situation isn't detachment, it's solidarity, and strength is attractive. So when she floats all over your planet yet will not completely step in that frame of mind for what it will be. It's her approach to talking about she misses you without truly saying it, and the best reaction. Continue to push ahead. Let her vibe the heaviness of your non-appearance. Let your enduring presence in your own life help her to remember the space she once involved. On the off chance that she genuinely esteems you, she'll have no real option except to connect the distance herself. A lady just genuinely misses what she can't completely have, and the one who comprehends this never needs to pursue, since he definitely realizes his value currently. Pause for a minute to reflect. Have you at any point saw this theme before? Have you seen the inconspicuous way somebody attempts to wait in your reality without straightforwardly stepping in? Perhaps you've even been on the opposite side, looking at a past love interest's profile, considering what might have been anything that your experience share your contemplations in the remarks underneath. Or on the other hand, to keep it basic, simply drop strength is attractive in the remarks to tell me you're strolling your own way with certainty. Number 3, she makes reference to you in discussions with common companions. On the off chance that she truly didn't mind, your name wouldn't actually come up yet when your companions nonchalantly notice hello, she was inquiring as to yourself. That is not arbitrary interest, it implies you're still at the forefront of her thoughts. She's inconspicuously trying things out, attempting to check whether you actually think about her excessively. Perhaps she's too pleased to even think about connecting straightforwardly, or perhaps she's engaging with her feelings, attempting to persuade herself that she doesn't mind one way or the other. The way that she's bringing you up in discussion implies something regardless of whether she lets it out. Most men, the second they hear this, begin overanalyzing. They let their feelings take over, contemplating whether it's a sign she needs them back, and more awful, they follow up without much forethought, ending the quiet connecting too early. Reasoning they need to make the most of this second. Yet a man of discipline, a man who comprehends his value, doesn't pursue breadcrumbs of consideration. He doesn't respond to blather. He knows that assuming she's genuinely missing him, she'll need to accomplish something other than get some information about him through common companions. You see, when a lady misses you, she will not necessarily show it in the clearest way. In some cases she won't message or call since she's hanging tight for you to break first. Yet the way that she's discussing you, that is a break in the wall she's attempting to keep up. She's inclination the void your non-appearance has made. Perhaps she figured she could continue on effectively. Perhaps she thought you were simply one more person. Yet this present time, she's scrutinizing that each opportunity your name comes up, it triggers something inside her. It makes her keep thinking about whether she went with the best decision, assuming she misjudged what you brought into her life. An emotionless man stays unaffected by this. He realizes that want is most grounded in non-attendance, not in pursuit. Marcus Ar once said, assuming that you are troubled by anything outer, not what itself inconveniences you, yet your judgment about it. The frail man allows his feelings to direct his best course of action. He responds, he pursues, he invigorates away his. Yet the one who holds his ground, he compels her to feel the full weight of missing him. He doesn't succumb to the trap of roundabout consideration, rather he proceeds with his way, working on himself, carrying on with his existence with object. That is the distinction between somebody who is helpless before feelings and somebody who orders them. Currently envision this. She hears that you're doing great, that you're flourishing, that you haven't been pouting in her non-appearance. That is the point at which the genuine lament begins to get comfortable, on the grounds that nothing makes a lady miss a man more than understanding he's not sitting around idly for her, assuming you keep a cool head, assuming you keep on filling in your own bearing without looking for her approval. She will feel that, she will feel the power shift, she will feel the misfortune. So when you hear that she's been inquiring as to yourself, don't rush to respond. Don't allow your feelings to start to lead the pack. Stay patient, stay grounded, let her sit with her viewpoints, let her vibe the quietness, since that quietness is talking stronger than any words at any point could. On the off chance that she really misses you, she will not inquire as to yourself, she'll figure out how to return, and at that point you'll be in a place of solidarity, not on the grounds that you messed around, but since you dominated yourself. That is the characteristic of a his value. Number 4, man, she thinks back about the great times. At any point get an irregular message like, I just heard our melody today, or recollect that time we. This is sentimentality working. She's replaying minutes to her, wanting to remember them with you. This isn't a relaxed message, it's a sign When a lady genuinely misses you, her brain begins maneuvering her back into the minutes you shared. She ends up thinking back about the times you made her snicker, the late night talks, the little apparently unimportant things that currently feel